Hi guys, this is Sadak from Debugging.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash the latest RisingOS ROM based on Android 15 onto your Poco F5. So please take a backup of all the data on your phone and then let's get started. First off, get hold of Android SDK platform tools from my guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done the extraction in C drive, and these are the files of platform tools. Once you've done the extraction, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. Debugging is required for ADB command, whereas OEM unlocking is required to unlock the bootloader on your phone. So let's now enable both this toggle. For that, go to the settings menu, then go to about phone and tap on OS version 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. So go back and go to additional settings, and you should now see developer option. Go there and enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. You will then get a prompt on your phone. First off, you will have to wait for 10 seconds and then tap on OK. After that, you might get one more prompt. So again, tap on OK and allow. And with this, debugging is now enabled. So let's verify the same. So go to the start menu, type in CMD and hit enter. Then type in CD, which is for change directory, and copy the path of platform tools folder and paste it here. So let's do that and hit enter. And with this, you are now inside the platform tools directory. Now type in ADB devices and verify that you are getting an ID. If you are not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC. Disable and re-enable USB debugging. Tap on revoke USB debugging. Use the official USB cable that came with your phone and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out these USB fixes and verify that you're getting an ID. Once you're getting this ID, your next course of action is to unlock the bootloader on your phone. Do note that unlocking will wipe off all the data and it might make the warranty null and void as well. If that's well and good, you could refer to a guide and the video and get this job done via the official Me Unlock tool. Once you have unlocked the bootloader, you will have to re-enable USB debugging once again as well. And once that is done, you can now get hold of the RisingOS ROM and the recovery file from this link. And once you have got both the file, the ROM and the recovery file, this is the recovery and this is the ROM file. Transfer both the file inside the platform tools directory. Moreover, rename the recovery file to recovery.img and rename the ROM file to rom.zip. It will be easier to type in the CMD window. So once you have done the transfer and done the rename as well, you will now have to reboot your phone to the Fastboot mode. So for that, type in ADB reboot bootloader and hit enter. And your phone will now reboot into Fastboot mode in a few seconds. So let's just wait while that is happening, and then you will have to type in Fastboot devices and verify that you are getting an ID. If you are not getting any ID, then you will have to install Fastboot drivers on your PC. We have made a separate guide and a video on the same. You could refer to a guide and install the drivers. Once the drivers have been installed, right click on the Windows icon and choose Device Manager. Then expand the Android phone section and verify that your phone is being shown as Android bootloader interface. So this, as well as the serial ID next to Fastboot, signify that your PC is able to read the phone in Fastboot mode, and we are now good to go ahead. So now let's start off with the flashing process. In this regard, your first course of action is to flash the RisingOS recovery file. So copy the command from here and paste it in the CMD window. Just verify that the name of the file is recovery.img and is there inside the platform tools directory. If that's well and good, use this command and hit enter, and the recovery will now be flashed onto your phone, which should take just a few seconds. Once that is done, you will now have to boot your phone to the newly flashed recovery. So type in Fastboot reboot recovery and hit enter, and you should now be inside the recovery file. It should take only a few more seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen, and then we'll move ahead with the next step. So in the recovery, the touch will not work. That is completely normal. So you will have to use the volume keys. So highlight the factory reset via the volume key and press the power key to confirm. Again, select format data factory reset and do a format data once again. And with this, data wipe is complete. And use the volume key to highlight the back arrow and press the power key to confirm. Again, select. Now once the factory reset is complete, now use the volume key to highlight apply update and press the power key to confirm. Then choose apply from ADB, and your phone is now inside the sideload mode. Let's verify the same. Type in ADB devices and verify that you're getting the sideload keyword. If that's well and good, you will now sideload the ROM zip file. For that, type in ADB sideload file name, which is rom.zip, and hit enter. The sideloading will now start, and it could take up to around 5 to 6 minutes. So let's just wait for that to happen. So guys, the flashing is now complete. If you want to flash any other zip file, then tap on yes. Your phone will reboot to recovery, and then you may do an ADB sideload of the required zip file. there is no need to flash gapps because gapps is already there in this ROM. If you want to flash Magisk or any other zip file, then just tap on yes. On the other hand, if you don't want to flash any other zip file, then tap on no and you'll be taken to the recovery home screen. You may use the volume key to select the same as well. So use the volume key to select the no option and press the power key to confirm. And once you are done with everything, your last course of action is to do a factory reset. This is compulsory. So go to factory reset and select format data, factory reset, format data. So even if you are doing a side loading of any other zip file, or even if you have not flashed any zip file, that does not matter. Doing a factory reset is a must. Once you have done the reset, select reboot system now and your phone will reboot to the newly flashed OS. Do note that the first boot up will take up some additional time. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. From the subsequent time, that will not be the case. Moreover, let's wait for the boot animation or at least the boot logo to appear, either of which will signify that the flashing has been done successfully. So it should take a few more seconds. Let's just wait for that to happen and then we will have a look at the ROM features as well. So it should now appear in a matter of few seconds and then we will wait for the ROM to boot up. And as you could see, this is the RisingOS boot animation. So the flashing has been done successfully. Let's give it a few more seconds and this is a new boot animation based on Android 15. So guys, let's start off with the setup process. As of now, I'm skipping the initial setup process. If you want, you may connect your phone to Wi-Fi and then restore the data from your Google account, or also do a restore from any other Android or iPhone as well. And let's skip the initial setup process and skip this as well. I don't want to restore data right now. Next, and gesture navigation, start. And this is the RisingOS. The wallpaper is somewhat, what should I say, not up to the mark because it's a little bit childish. Anyways, you have a few pre-installed Google apps and the lawn icons. From here and you could choose from the various icon packs. From here, as you could see, there are quite a lot of icons that you could choose from. I haven't seen these many icon packs in any custom ROM till dates. Apart from that, you have one more app, which is the automatic call recording app known as VCR. And this is the QoS tiles. Let's access the settings menu. And as you might be aware, this is the revamp Android 15 settings menu. So let's first have a look at some of the Android 15 specific features. So these are some of the features. So first off, power menu in QoS tiles is there, which I have seen. And apart from that, partial screen recording. So that option is also there. You may record the screen of a single app, tap on start recording, and the screen recording will only happen inside the app which you have chosen. If you change over to any other app, then the recording will pause, or if you get a notification from any other app as well, then the recording might get paused and will only resume once you are once again in that app. So this is quite a nifty feature. Then the back gesture is predictive, as you could see, so you will get whatever is behind on the screen if you choose. So as you could see over here, the back screen is also shown. Then you have the volume panels. Let me see whether it has been changed or not. So yes, this is the new volume panel of based on Android 15. You could change all the settings from here, enable or disable the spatial audio, and change the audio source from here as well. Add a new device right from here, pause or play the music, and then change the audio settings from this page. So this is also there. And battery information, let's have a look at that. Battery information, so that is also there, and for most of the user this should be sufficient. There is no need to install any third-party app. And next up, we have the private space. This is also a handy feature. Let me see whether it's there or not. So private space is there, but first we have to set a screen lock. Any lock will do. Let me set a pattern lock and confirm it. So once that is done, let's go to private space, and now let's set up the private space. So you may either keep the same password which you have for the lock screen or make a new password. As of now, I'm using the same screen lock password just to save some time. And let's proceed ahead. It will make a new private space for you. Tap on done and then scroll down, and as you could see, we have got the private space. When you tap on the lock icon, then you have to input the password, and then you will get the apps which you have logged in the private space. You may also install and add new apps over here, and then you may, once done, lock the private space. But as you have seen, if someone is aware of your lock screen pattern, then they may easily access the private space as well. That is why it's recommended to use a different lock. And even then, if you hand over your phone to someone else, then they will at least be able to see that you have a private space, and it will give them a hint that you're hiding something. So what you could do is go to the private space, and from there tap on the settings icon and select hide private space and enable the toggle next to hide private space when it's locked. And now let me show you. If you go back, so let's hide the private locket, and it will now be hidden from the app drawer as well. As you could see, there are no traces of the private space over here. You can only access it by going to the search screen and then type in private space, and then from here only you could open the private space. Otherwise it will remain hidden. Tap on lock and it will then be hidden on your phone, as you could see. So that is also quite a nifty feature. And the taskbar option is only there on tablets, and I've only seen across one custom ROM. I don't know the name, but apart from that it's not there on any custom ROM till date, and it's not there over here as well. But that's not a cause of concern because it's mostly for the tablets and foldables. So these were the Android 15 specific features. Now let's have a look at the RisingOS features. For that, let's access the personalize section. And first off, we have the lock screen. So clock face, you may choose from the various clock style. As you could see over here, there are a few clock styles that you could choose from. You could also scroll and choose the clock face from here as well. It's a never ending list. For example, as you could see, these are the font style for the clock face and not actually the clock face. These are the clock face, and if you want to change the font of this clock face, then you may choose this style from here. So this is the nothing font style. Let's apply it for now and wait for a few seconds, and it's now applied. Then the lock screen widgets, let's add a few lock screen widgets as well. There are a couple of big widgets that you could add, let's say calculator and media player, and 4 smaller widgets, clock timer and torch, then ringer and Bluetooth. And once that is done, hit the apply button, wait for a few seconds, and now let's lock the keypad and then verify if the widgets and the clock style has been changed or not. So as you could, let me first remove the notifications. So these are the persistent notification which you cannot remove for now, and that is conflicting with our style as well. So now it's gone, and now let's have a look. So as you could see, we are now getting both the, so let me remove it for now as well. So these are the 2 big widgets and these are the 4 smaller widgets, and this is the clock font style, as you could see from the nothing font style, and the clock is for the OnePlus, and these are the notifications that would appear, persistent notification that cannot be removed. Anyways, moving on. Then let's have a look at the ambient display. You may add your own image in the AOD as well, a custom image or preset image as well. Wake screen for notification, show date and time info in the AOD, always show when charging as well. So let me show you the AOD. This is the AOD screen. As you could see, you are getting the notification icons as well apart from the clock style. And let's have a look at its few other features as well. So you may enable the pulse notification when you pick up your phone upon double tap as well. Then there's edge lightning, so when you get a notification, the edges on your phone will light up. You may assign a new color to the notification light as well. That's quite great to see. Then next up, we have the media cover art. While the media is being played, you may also add and enable the weather widgets, but that will require you to enable GPS and internet at all times, which will lead to additional battery drainage. By the way, there are quite a lot of new widget style for the weather widgets that you could choose from. Currently I'm offline, so I might not be able to show you, but you may choose from any one of these widget style, and then you will get the weather widgets from this open weather map. So currently, since it's turned off, you will not be able to witness it. That's not an issue. Apart from that, you may double tap on the lock screen to put the device to sleep. So double tap here anywhere, and as you could see, it's now on the AOD screen. Since we have enabled AOD, we are getting AOD. If that is turned off in your case, then you will put the device to sleep. And advanced power, then the power menu can be enabled on the lock screen as well. Next up, we have the themes. So boot animation style. So the boot animations, there are quite a lot of boot animation. Let's go with the Valorant. And the boot animation has been applied. As you could see, this is the boot animation for Valorant. Let's have a look at some other, let's say Google. And this is the new boot animation that you get with the Pixel 9 series, I suppose. It's a simple minimalistic one. Let's go with the Valorant one only. Next up we have the font style, and there are quite a lot of fonts that you could choose from, but whatever font you apply will be implemented across the entire UI and UX and all the apps as well. So keep a tab on that. Then you have the icon packs. Let's enable the few DND, airplane mode, flashlight, and have a look at the top right of your screen. The changes will take place straight away. As you could see, it's changed. Let's go with the Kai, and it's changed as well. Anyways, let's me access the circular one, and you might witness a few UI refresh. That's completely normal. So apart from the icon pack, next up we have the icon shape as well. So for instance, let's go with the pebble, and it will automatically be applied. Let's have a look. As you could see, it's now applied. Then next up we have the navigation bar style. If you're using 3-button navigation, you may choose from any one of these styles as well. Then quick setting, you may add a header image to the quick setting as well. So let's go to the header image, enable it, and choose an image collection from here. Browse install header image. So this is the Avengers. You may choose from any one of these. Let's go with X-Men, and let's say Cyborg, and it will now be applied. As you could see, it's implemented in the top right. You may also add your own image if you want from a custom image. Then you may increase or decrease the size, offset as well, and the shadow of these images. Then QS styles, let's change the shape, and this is the one which you get in Android 11, I suppose. QS panel style, let's go with the shaded, and let's see how it looks. So it's not quite that great. Let's go with the reflected one. Give it a few seconds, and well, it will get the job done. Then you may also add a QS widgets for easily accessing them, or change the tiles layout as well. You may increase or decrease the number of columns. Let's say 4 columns in portrait mode, and as you could see, we now have 4. Likewise, you may increase the rows as well. Then change the position of the brightness slider from top to bottom, and have an animation style, let's say rotate. So when you interact with this toggle, it will automatically rotate each and every time. Then apart from the QS styles, you have a settings UI. So you may enable the dashboard in the settings UI as well. Give it a few seconds for the changes to be implemented, and then enable it. Search bar style, let's say Android 15 revamp. Wait for a few seconds, and the settings icon, you can choose from any one of them. For instance, the Oxygen OS Legacy. Let me show you that. It will take a few seconds to be implemented. Now let's go back, and this is the Oxygen OS style. As you could see from here, the Oxygen OS 11, before it was taken over by Color OS and ruined by them. Anyways, let's go back to the theming section and settings UI. Let's go with the default one, and wait for a few more seconds, and it's implemented. Then you have the carrier data signal style that you could choose from. There are quite a lot of icons to choose from. Then this is the status bar customizations, the clock and date. So you may change the clock positioning as well, show the clock seconds, enable a background chip. There are quite a lot of chips that you could add. As you could see, I've added the gradient chips as well. Show AM PM if you want, and likewise you may also show the dates. As you could see, it will show the day. Currently Sunday is showing. And apart from that, you may enable color icon. By default is shown as white in color, but after enabling this toggle, as you could see, all the icons are now in color, similar to how you get in the app drawer. Then you may enable the notification count, and then you will get the total number of notifications as a badge on top of the app icons. Then this is the battery icon style. Let's go with the, let's say, landscape R style A, and it's implemented. The battery bar, you may also enable a battery bar at the top and change the color for the full charge when the low battery is there, and while the phone is being charging. As you could see, my phone is currently being charging, and so it's yellow in color, but I usually don't like this battery bar, so I keep it disabled. You may also add a logo at the top left. As you could see this, let's go with Batman. Currently I've applied a background chip, so the chip is overlapping with the logo. That's a small UI issue and nothing major as such, but let's keep it turned off. Then you may also change the volume panel style. So let's go with the, let's say, outline style. Give it a few seconds and then let's verify the result as well. This is the outline style volume, as you could see. And apart from that, we have the Wi-Fi icon style, which you could choose from. These are some of the Wi-Fi icon style. Then you may blur the wallpaper and add the depth effect, but for that you will need to have an iOS style wallpaper as well, and a system UI restart is required. Then let's go with the CRT screen off animation and let me see whether it works or not. So you will have to do a system UI restart and only then the CRT screen animation will work. So apart from themes, this is done. Let's access the toolbox. A few extra features. So AI assistant, Risa. So if you want, you may ditch the Google Assistant and use Risa. I haven't used, so I cannot comment on this. You may also enable smart pixels. So when the battery is low, around 3/4 of the pixel will be turned off to save additional battery. And then you have a few gesture tweaks as well. Shake your device to perform action. Let's say take a screenshot. Take screenshot and let me check out the result. So the screenshot was taken. Let me show you once again. As you could see, the screenshots are taken. It works well and good. 3-finger swipe gesture. So toggle volume panel. Let me see. So the volume panel came. That's also working well and good. So you may implement the required tweak of your choice. Then you may also use a 3-button navigation and then apply the actions on each of these navigation styles as well. Under security, you can hide the developer status from the app, banking and payment app of your choice. Then spoofing. So this is required to pass play integrity test. You may enable the GMS spoof as well and enable keybox spoofing, which is required to pass play integrity. And you will have to do a restart as well and make sure that you are currently online. It will download the latest keybox XML or the unbanned fingerprint XML file and then make you pass the play integrity. You might not pass strong integrity, but that is not a cause of concern because for most of them only the basic and device is required. But if you want to pass the strong integrity test as well, so I have made a separate guide. You may get hold of the keybox XML file from my guide and then pass the strong test as well. But in most cases, just the basic and device should get the job done. And you may also enable the okay, one more thing. So if you're not passing the test, then it means that the Google has patched that keybox or the fingerprint. So type on update play integrity fix and it will download a new build and then you will be able to pass the test. Currently I'm not online, so it's not able to download the file. And if nothing works out, then you may also use my guide as I've told you before to pass the test. Then you may also enable unlimited Google photo storage. This will spoof your phone to the original Pixel XL and you will get unlimited storage. So apart from toolbox, that's just about it. You may access the wallpaper and style and change the color from here, whatever. Likewise, if you may change the wallpapers and then the colors will change automatically. So depending on, it's the Material UI theming engine. So whatever wallpaper you choose from here, the themes will be changed accordingly. And there are way too much wallpaper. That's quite great to see. We haven't seen these many wallpapers in many custom ROMs, and this is from the Pixel 9 series as well. Then you have a few from the Pixel 8a, RisingOS 2.0, Pixel Superfans, which are the exclusive wallpapers. Then the Nothing Phone and Feathers curated wallpaper. So you may choose the one of your choice from here, and then the themes will be changed accordingly. Likewise, you may change the clock style from here as well, but if you already have the clock in our case, then you may choose the home screen and change the same for that as well. Let's reset it to default value for now, and it's reset. If you go to the home screen, then you may also enable themed icon, and they are enabled. Likewise, one more feature is the color contrast. Let's leave it default in the medium and high. It will increase the contrast of the display, but that is not required in most cases. So let's keep it that only. And you may also increase the app date size 5x5, and that's just about it. And as you could see, the phone is running the latest Android 15 build RisingOS 6. So guys, on that note, we round off this video. If you have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.